A siw I gael reis tist y Lìog a hors gan y gemich yn myedig iddo des yn y galaf. Cthi'r di cawn ffatric na hymmerchach ca ac bar na Lìog. Gort horsydd as gw Lìog y hynnes on y hiedwyd, fo gafile is fichys 3.
Obviously in our second season in charge, to come out trumps was outstanding, not only personally, but you know, the players deserve a lot of plaudits, the board for supporting us so young in our management careers, and obviously the supporters play you know, a significant part in that as well, travelling the country for us and supporting us through mostly good results that season. But you know, we were to and fro with ALBA and Andy's Fife at the time, and one week it was us at the top, one week it was ALBA, and the next week it was East Fife. And from about February we just kicked on. I remember a result at home against Bonnyrigg, we beat them 5-0, we'd been missing a few players and it felt like a turning point.
Well, at one point I think we found ourselves 5 or 6 behind. We did well to, you know, claw it back, but we always had belief and we went on a really good run. And to win it in the last home game of the season against East Fife, who were our challengers, it was really special. But obviously the day you get the title at home, you know, everyone behind the scenes worked so hard at the club and everybody really wanted it. Obviously it's easy to say that, but you know, the club really did put in a lot of effort to help get things right on the pitch. You know, it's nothing more than we deserved really.
Obviously Trophy Day was the single best day of our management careers, and it's what we work so hard for, is to get silverware and see the smiles and the supporters, the families that came up, and ultimately the players for their hard work and what they deserve the entire season for how hard they work.
Ha Strachan yn cwtio di Lìog eile ac iawn ffatric Jordan Brown, is cleikbarach is fichyd blian y leis y clwb, agos hadyd fi os cwn y skipper fo hosioch gabiles fichyd sy'n 3. Nes fa ac y gi siach ydy fi feich gylygata leis na hoprig yn achge eith agos fart na parke, agos se y fi y togal skipper larger colach yn priaf am ys achge.
As a player, you know, you train, you turn up, you want to win every game, you get the accolades, but ultimately that's where, you know, your football falls. You play, you turn up, and you get what comes to you. But as a manager, it's a completely different spectrum, and you know, we felt the weight of that responsibility, and you know, we've handled it pretty well for being so early, and it's something that we really enjoy. You know, me and Jordan have worked together for such a long period together, and you know, we strive in these kind of situations. And you know, from the minute we took over as interim, we've enjoyed this period.
When you've got people that have been in it for so long, you know, you kind of feel part of it, and you want to do well for the people there, you want to do well for the people behind the scenes and everybody else that works so hard at the club to keep things moving in the right direction. When you look around our squad and our team, we do have good players. We've got good young managers, you know, good coaches behind the scenes, and it's a good setup. You know, we know we've got the right things in place at the club, so everything just pulling in the right direction.
Continuity is massive for us. We kept together 14 or 15 of the bulk of the squad from last season, and the bulk of that squad were starters from last season, so all we felt we had to do was improve around them sort of areas that we lost. But we're delighted with the business that we've done, we're delighted with the business we've kept, and ultimately we've now got a healthy squad of 23 players, you know, that are competing very well in League One.
Agus y siw I hyd harsiot y gemichin an y Lìog y hyn, ac iawn ffatric y sy'n miain y chlar y draste an y Lìog arbysioch gydgera. An clybau ydd grwnrwyd yn iwsacig mar ha, ys at y fiach yn diat hyn ysgeach ys y Lìog.
First game of the season, we have so much injuries against East Fife that we end up fabricating a formation that doesn't even exist to play against East Fife, and we come out 4-1 triumphant. Game weeks 2 and 3 were very well beaten against the 2 full-time teams, away to Inverness and away to Cluinntinn South, so they were massive learning curves for us in the course of the season. We had a good discussion the week before East Fife with the team, and like, objectives within the team should stay within the team, but we know we're competitive, we know we've got a lot of talented players here, we know we've strengthened from last year.
We probably should have had at least 3 more points on the table. I mean, every team will say that, but we probably should have at least one more win on the board than we've got. But we're mid-table, but the points are so tight. A couple of wins in this league and you can fly up, and a couple of defeats and you'll be looking over your shoulder. So we want to be looking up. We've got a good squad, we've got good depth, so we 100% want to look up this season. We don't want to go shouting about things. We're quietly confident about our business, and we'll see where it takes us.
We have a lot of players injured just now that will come back into the fold at some point. So if we build up a head of steam, if we win 2-3 games on the bounce, which we can easily lose 2 or 3 equally, the ambitious side of me thinks that we can have a real crack at it. You know, I think we can push top 4.